a bar of Sunset Boulevard. I woke up.
Good news, Northern Colorado. You can hear that song and so many more coming up this Sunday in Fort Collins, because my brother, my friend, my Theron is going to be playing live right there for a wonderful program that's going on for Healing Warriors. It's a 5K race. There is still a chance for you to get involved with anything and everything that they have going on, because there is so much to do to help what they do, which is offer free medical care to our heroes who need help. So the 5K run is this Sunday, and there's going to be some, he's kind of a familiar looking fat guy that you might have seen before. He's kind of funny looking. He looks a lot like me. Kind of even sounds like me every once in a while too. So, but I believe he's going to have a booth there. I wonder who that could be. So come up and join us, would you? The race starts at 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. And then that's where all the fun happens, including my brother Theron is going to play a set for us. He's going to entertain us like he usually does, because by God, he's that good. So if you like our theme song, if you'd like to hear more, let us know. Come on out. We're going to be taking in, and I'm going to be shooting some video from out there, talking to a lot of great people who are out there doing some great stuff. So once again, the 5K run is coming up this Sunday in Fort Collins. So if you're in the Colorado area, why don't you make a trip on up there? It's at Spring Canyon Park, and that's on Overland Trail in Fort Collins. It's a wonderful, wonderful place. You can always go to the Healing Warriors program, Healing Warriors. I think it's healingwarriorsprogram.com. I'm really hoping that that's what it is. So, yeah, so let's try to help them out. Let's try to get them running. Let's try to get them going. Just to let you guys know, a lot of today's show is recorded, but there's a lot of other things that we need to know, you guys to know about, because this is a show that we're dedicated to our friends, our people in the nonprofit world. As you can see behind me, we've got the Healing Warriors who have their event coming up this week. Now, look at this. You guys know how much John and Martyred Angels means to me. Right here, John his event is coming up in June. It's going to be at the in Boulder, Colorado. It is the .org. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Healing Warriors program. And of course, I took myself off camera. That was really funny. I'm a bright guy sometimes. So, but Martyred Angels has their event coming up in June. And they are looking for people to help them out. Martyred Angels. If you don't know about Martyred Angels, well, I'm going to tell you about them. What Martyred Angels does, and there's the Healing Warriors website. Please make sure you make note of that so you can be there to help sponsor them. They are looking for booths. So if you don't have anything going on this Sunday, let's make something happen this Sunday. Martyred Angels started after the death of John's son, Bladen. At 3 years old, John's wife was feeling ill, and the medication made her really, really drowsy, and she didn't notice that Bladen had gotten out of the house. As John said many times before, Bladen had an amazing knack at getting out of places and getting into other places. If you guys have watched the wine event that we recorded, you guys will hear one of my favorite stories about a child that has nothing to do with me. And that's about Bladen taking and crawling on top of his motorcycle and hitting the start button and listening to the start button just whine and whirl. And thank God it was a carbureted motorcycle, or Bladen probably would have run through a wall. But John started Martyred Angels after Bladen had drowned on a family pond, um, and he did this so parents don't have to deal with that terrible feeling alone. We know that that terrible feeling is going to be there. We know that's going to be there. There's no chance that it's not going to be there. Nobody expects it to not be there. But what we want to do is we want to make sure that you get with somebody who can help talk you through it. We all know that medications, drugs, alcohol, um, they're a lot of fun, not always the best coping mechanism. And once you cope this way, you can't always get out of it. So let's try to lean on some people who can help. And John dedicates his life to trying to help people. He's an amazing, amazing, amazing person. And with that, please make sure that you're buying from Hope Wines right now, because Hope Wines has a very, very special program. We're going to tell you a little about it right now. Always one of our favorites, always one of our firsts, John with Martyred Angels and martyredangelsfoundation.org. Please go and check it out. Make sure that you read the why story. Your life will no doubtedly be better for it if you can understand exactly what happened and John's why, on why they did this. So please go check out martyredangels.org, check out the story and read more about it. And as you saw just a minute ago, make sure that you're getting with us and you're supporting the Hope Wines here. And I really hope this is the correct one, but I believe that this is the Facebook event for our wine event. We're also supporting JR with Veterans Ranch. We will be revisiting this event here in the next couple days, so please stay tuned for what's going on there. So there's two of them. We've got the wonderful Healing Warriors program, which offers free medical care to our veterans. Make sure that you check them out. And my wonderful, wonderful crack staff, look at that. They actually got on here and helped me out, which is a good damn thing. Because I'll tell you, without their help, I'd just be a button monkey. I'm just a button monkey anyway. Button monkey. All you smart Alex out there thinking I was saying something else. Actually, I thought I said it too. So that's really the one I was kind of talking to. But we do have a couple great recorded interviews. One was done by very good co-producer Sarah Goodell. She was able to run this interview that you're going to be hearing, and then we're also going to be hearing some more about Hope Fest, Hope Fest. I don't know, Hope Stock, which is coming up very, very soon, July 29th, 30th, and 31st. And then we've got a brand new friend of mine, Gabriel Medina, who has started out, and this kid is so young. It's amazing to me. This kid's got it together so much. And, I see all these kids in these networking events, and I look at them, and they're all young and energetic and stuff. And I'm like, get off my lawn, because I'm an old man now and have to complain about things and pee at night and gruff and grumble and, oh wait, I got lost in that little story there. So, but yeah, we've got those two guys coming on. We put together a great little recording there for them. So please look forward to that. And we're just going to continue this by letting you know that one of the other people that we are looking for sponsors is, of course, Hope Stock. All you have to do is get a hold of Hope Stock. Okay. Right here, contact projectdiehard.org, contact at projectdiehard.org. Get a hold of them and say, you know what, we're in, we want to help, we want to sponsor, we want to save lives, we want to be part of the good, we want to be part of the great. We also have a huge announcement that I finally get to make. Great friend, great partner, great brother of mine and I. We have been working very, very hard for the last couple weeks. Community Pay It Forward has acquired full rights to a dollar store that's going to be online. Community Dare to Care shop will be coming to you by Monday morning. You buy from this dollar store online, you buy from the website, and it shows up at your door. And every time you spend $1, $10, $25, whatever it is, by the way, anything over $25, shipping within the United States is for free. So there's another good thing. Every time you make a purchase from Community Dare to Care shop, you will be supporting the VCP. The VCP is the Veterans Community Project. It's all about saving lives. The mission is the mission. That's it. That's what it's about. The mission is saving veteran lives, saving veterans' families, keeping veterans around so we can learn their stories, we can hear their stories, we can do great things. So please make sure that you're on the lookout for Monday morning when you can click onto the website and go to Community Dare to Care shop, where every purchase, something goes to VCP. Oh, but that's not all. I kind of feel like that guy who used to sell the Ginsu knife. And now you also get these tweezers. You don't get my tweezers. Don't get too excited about that. But what you do get is you also get to pick another cause. We are going to donate twice to every purchase that you make. Twice. Once to VCP, Veterans Community Project, and the second time you tell us where you want that second portion of the money goes. This is all thanks to a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful person, and who he bought the rights to this company, and he sat on it for a long time, and he and I had a wonderful talk. Lynn and I had a great conversation, Lynn Shepard and I, and he was like, you know what? I've had this. I've been sitting on it for 4 years. I've never done anything with it. I don't like marketing. I don't know how to market, all this other stuff. And he goes, would you like it? I'll give it to you. And I was like, oh, I don't do enough. Yeah, okay. Sounds good. No, I was a little more excited than that. I was actually extremely excited about this. And I called up Mr. Z from Z World Webs, zworldwebs.com. Called him up and I said, brother, we've got an outstanding, wonderful opportunity here. What do you think? And I couldn't even get done talking before Z was like, these are what we got to get done. This is what we got to do. This is how we're going to do it. Let's get this done. We had a couple conversations with Mr. Shepard, and now we have officially signed the papers, and it's officially happening. So please be ready. Monday morning, make your shopping list. We've got everything from CBD to all the other normal stuffs from dollar stores. We've got our, I love it, because now we've got our Cub Club section, which of course is the toys. I was thinking about making it the school supplies, But what kid would want to go to the Cub Club section and spend money for school supplies? I know I wouldn't have. So, but the toy section is going to be renamed the Cub Club section because we get to do that. We own it. Happy fat guy dance. So, sorry, there's 5 seconds you'll never get back that you had to suffer through watching that. Anyway, we're going to get on to our great guests because that's the whole reason we're here. We're here to learn more about these individuals and what they do, why they do it, and what we can do to help. This is a recording that I performed earlier with two of my, like I said, they're great friends of mine. Gabriel and I have become friends, quick friends here over the last couple months. As you'll see here real quickly, very young man, very bright, very intelligent. And for all you people who are spiritual or religious, I think that you're really going to like this segment because both of these gentlemen are very spiritual and do believe in God and run their lives around Scripture, around God, and it's a wonderful story. Both of them, like I said, both of these stories are just so perfect and they fit together, and it's like it does make you kind of think that every once in a while maybe there is something out there that's put these things together like this. It's definitely not the knucklehead that was at the controls that put it together. So somebody must have had something to do with this. So this is the recording from this afternoon. It's about 51 minutes long, but you know what? There's not a lot of dead air, so I think we can have fun with this. So here we go. This is Gabriel and our brother. You've heard about him. You've heard us talk about him. This is Brian Gibson from Project Die Hard. Please enjoy this. We'll be back in a little bit. Everybody, Zach Clayton here. You guys have heard me talk about this gentleman quite often. There's a reason for it. Not only is it that I love and respect this man, he's a really good friend. He's a really great brother of mine. He's been working hard, very hard to get this next event up and running. And this is part of our looking for sponsors show. So this is one that we really wanted to get to you. This one here, they're going to be offering something that is quite unique, and we're very excited about this. On the 29th, which is the Friday when Hope Stock begins, they're going to be streaming, and there's the potential for having up to 2 to 3 million viewers. So we're going to have 2 to 3 million viewers, and that right there is worth getting yourself into a platinum sponsorship. So we're going to be bringing on Brian right now, Brian Gibson, my dear brother from Project Die Hard and Hope Stock. And then we're going to be joined by Gabriel Medina here in just a little bit. He's starting a brand new networking group that he's been kind enough to let Community Pay It Forward take part in, and we invite everybody to join us on that. So, Brian, how you doing, my brother?
Oh, I'm doing, brother. I'm doing. Yeah, we're working hard here at Project Die Hard. Last week we were up at the FOB tearing out old playground equipment because we're going to have a kid zone at Hope Stock, and our insurance guy said, "Hey, that stuff's got to go." So we had some volunteers there, and we got one more to tear out this weekend, and then that job's complete.
Well, that's great. How close are you guys ready to have? We know that you're not quite ready for residents yet, but how close are you ready for this event? Other than you're just wanting it to get here to say, thank God it got here and we can work on next year's.
Well, again, brothers, when you're organizing an event, teamwork makes the dream work. All the pieces are floating in, but we are missing a very important thing. To do these events, you understand it costs money to do. Okay, right. So this is above our normal expenditures of insurance and utilities and all that. This is a special event. And we need sponsors. Okay. And all the discussions, to return on investment. You sponsor Hope Stock. You get to bring hope to America's veterans. You get a tax break because that's considered a donation to Project Die Hard, and we are a nonprofit organization, so it's a tax deduction. And as you said on the intro, Friday, July 29th is going to be live streamed. And right now, between 2 and 3 million people will be seeing that. So that is a great, great investment in helping save veteran lives. Let's go over the packages again. Okay, we got a bronze package that's $100 to $499. Your logo will appear on the patron board that we're going to have by the stage. Right? That's, hey, say thank you. And even that will be seen during the live view. $500 to $999, you get a silver package. Again, your logo goes on the patron board. And during the live broadcast, you get mentioned. The gold package is $1,000. Bronze, silver featured, right, included in there. But you also get a shout out on our social media sites. Even Community Pay It Forward social media site to get a shout out on. The Veterans Ranch, everybody, we share people who help veterans. And then the 30-second commercial to be played during the live stream on the PACT and a few others. Actually, the commercial here, you said on Community Pay It Forward, they're going to play till the end of August. Right?
Yeah, I believe I did say that till August 31st. If they care enough to sponsor you, we're going to sponsor them until October 31st.
August 31st, after.
Okay. August 31st, yeah. I'm just going to throw out dates right now. I don't know what
I know. It's been a busy day, brother.
Yeah.
So, and then the platinum. You get the blonde, you get the bronze, the silver, and logo on the event poster, on the event shirts. I'll pull that up here in a minute to show these people this great shirt that we have had brought up to us. Look at that. Look at that.
That is a great looking shirt, Brian.
Yeah.
So not only is it a great looking shirt, but let's be honest, folks, that's one of the most important shirts that you can ever be part of. If your logo's on that shirt, you're telling everybody, I participated in saving veteran lives. The numbers right now are staggering. We are with the numbers at the rate that we're losing them right now, we are going to lose 15,000 veterans in the year 2022. That is way too many. Let's get to working with Brian and Project Die Hard. Get yourself into Hope Stock and continue to fight for what Brian is bringing to the board. Brian, you're also looking for people to come and open up booths.
Yes, let me pull up that. Right here, vendors. We need food vendors, arts, craft, veteran services. Come on out, bring hope to the veterans of West Kentucky and Southern Illinois. Now, for the vendors, there's no setup fee. If you're willing to come out to Makanda, Illinois, right, reach out to us, and you get a 10 by 10 at no cost. Anything more than that, we'll have to talk about. but you get to sell your wares. You get to be exposed to the veteran community. So contact us. Space is filling up on our vendors, but we could, we'll make more. Got to do another little shout out. Well, actually, I don't know if we could play this. Hold on.
Not a problem. We're here for you.
Hold on. Let me.
Yeah, while Brian's doing that, we've got a very
Here
exciting.
we go.
While Brian's getting this set up, we've got something very exciting to talk about. Brian and I, along with J.R. Smith of the Veterans Ranch, came up with a great program called the VCP. It's the Veterans Community Project. And throughout the last couple weeks, Mr. Z of Z World Webs and myself have been working on a very, very important deal. Folks, we signed the papers yesterday. It's official. Community Dare to Care Shop is going to be coming to you. We are the dollar store that cares a hell of a lot more. Every time you make a purchase from our dollar store that gets delivered to your front door, you shop with us, a portion of every sale is going to be coming to VCP so we can continue to save veteran lives. What does that mean? That means every organization that is involved with VCP is going to be supported by the organization that we are building towards saving veteran lives. We will be having that link come out hopefully by the time that this interview airs tonight. I'm hoping to be able to share this link with you. If not, we will definitely have it by next week. But please do be the Dare to Care shop. Once again, we're the dollar store who cares a hell of a lot more. Still working on the tagline, but you know what? It kind of worked for me, so it sounds pretty good. And, it's actually kind of weird because I sit there and I think about it, and I'm like going, wow, I'm a dollar store owner now. That's such a weird thing to say. So yeah. Got into this for fundraising, and now I own a dollar store. So here we go with your project, Brian.
Let's see if the audio goes over.
No, I can't hear the audio, Brian. Did you click share the audio when you shared the?
All right. Let me. Okay, I just ticked it. So
yeah, do you see on there where that?
Yeah, I got it. So let's try this again. Take two. I'm not tech savvy like my brother here.
Yeah, I'm a button monkey. That's all I am, buddy. I don't know anything. So we're going to play this video. We're going to talk to Brian a little bit more, but we're also going to be bringing on our buddy Gabriel Medina, who's going to be telling us about a great program he runs. So here we go, Brian. Take it away.
Hey folks, I'm Chip Wynn with Chip Wynn Motors and Chip Wynn Classic Cars right here in Paducah, Kentucky. Today I want to tell you about something that's near and dear to my heart, Project Die Hard. Now what is that? That is an organization set up to help our veterans who are transitioning from military life back into civilian life and to help them do it in a healthy and good way. We need your support, we need your help, we need your financial help. What we're going to do is the weekend of July 28th, 29th, and 30th, we're going to have a massive celebration and a fundraiser for Project Die Hard. Even Saturday, July the 30th, we're going to have a classic car show. Not only our cars will be in it, but the public will be invited to participate as well. Now is the time to step up and support a really worthy organization. Project Die Hard. Come on and join us.
That is fantastic.
That is Chip Wynn. He is
That
a local businessman here, car dealer, classic car. And when he puts on a car show, it's a car show. Okay. So a big shout out to Chip Wynn Motors of Paducah, Kentucky. But again, it's this. Veteran suicide is a national problem. Okay, it's not a zip code problem, it's a national problem. Forward Operating Base Rush is our first facility. People have heard me say, and I'll say it again, the goal is to place one of these facilities in every state. The mission of Hope Stock is to bring hope to veterans. That's why we're live streaming it. But it's also to give veterans of this region, and if any veteran wants to come from anywhere and enjoy a weekend of music and food and fellowship and brotherhood, sisterhood, right? This is what we want to be here. The reason we're holding it at Forward Operating Base Rush is complete transparency. We want people to come and see the property, see where their donation goes. So, yeah, we need sponsors, we need vendors. So if you would like to help make Hope Stock great and get Forward Operating Base Rush up and running, Zach put up there, right there, contact@projectdiehard.org. And all we could say here at Project Die Hard, if you help us, is thank you and God bless.
You know, one of the other things that you can do, and this is to all you veteran organizations that are out there, what a better place to spread what you do than join Brian and all the great people there in Illinois for this wonderful event. Okay, show what we can do together, because this isn't a one-person problem. Brian said it. This isn't a me problem. This isn't a you problem. This is a we problem. This is bigger than one person. But think of it this way. Every one person that we affect is a person that we save. There's no good way to react from suicide. We need to pre-act. And to do that, we need to get ahead of it. Do your part now. Contact Brian, projectdiehard.org. Say, I want to be in Hope Stock. Say, you know what? I want to support Hope Stock, even though I can't be there. I'm still going to sponsor it because my name, my logo will show up on the pACT channel and everywhere else and show that we care about our heroes that signed on the dotted line and gave of themselves to protect our way of life. So, Brian, why don't you give us your website real quick, and then I'm going to bring in Gabriel, and I think that he's got some programs that you'll be interested in.
All right, our website is projectdiehard.org.
All right, and you also can see him right here, facebook.com, Project Die Hard 22. So make sure that you check out Project Die Hard. Make sure that every time that you make a purchase from a community pay it forward fundraising family member, you know what? Turn in your receipt, right? Project Die Hard, send us that receipt. And 80% of whatever those companies give us goes right there to Brian. Could be 88 cents, could be $88, could be whatever it is. It's
well, brother,
every dollar is a dollar they didn't have today.
We got to tell people it doesn't come to me. It comes to the mission, because I do not take a salary. As the founder and president of Project Die Hard, I believe if you run a nonprofit, you shouldn't get a paycheck. It has to be from the heart. So yes, scan your receipts, right? Project Die Hard, and you're going to be helping veterans. You're going to be helping Project Die Hard grow so we can actually put a dent in this veteran suicide number.
Again, this is bigger than all of us, but all of us put together, we can get through this. Okay. Right there, you can see the QR code. You scan that right there. You can find Brian, or you can find Project Die Hard. You click that, you take a picture of your receipt, and instantly Project Die Hard gets to be the beneficiary of the shopping that you do. And what did you not do? Spend any extra money, but you supported a great cause. So thank you, Brian. And I'm going to bring on Gabriel now. Gabriel is a brand new friend of mine. He and I found each other on LinkedIn. Young guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something. This kid's got it together. He's started a new networking group. Right now, you're basically really focusing in on the Florida area, which is really close to one of our great partners at JR at the Veterans Ranch. But you also try to help out people with disabilities. You've got a really huge heart for nonprofits and stuff. So why don't you give us a little bit about you, Gabriel?
Yeah, sure. Definitely. Thank you so much for having me on the show. First and foremost, it's definitely an honor to be here with you, gentlemen, and your audience. Yeah, you know, my story, I got started really when I was 21 years old in entrepreneurship. When I was, it was actually while I was attending university. I was a university student that had a double major. My first major was like chemical engineering with the intention of going into pre-med. And I also had a major in government, international relations, and politics. As Zach mentioned, you know, I've always been wanting to help people since I was a young kid. Like that's really been my main ambition in life. And when I was 21 years old, one day I was at the library reading, and I came across the statistic that 80% of businesses fail within 5 years of being started. So to me, it was that same night, you know, it was really like one of those revelation moments, because I made a commitment that same night to dedicate the next 10 to 20 years of my life to solving that problem and making sure that 80% of businesses succeed at least within 5 years. So that's taken me on a pretty adventurous journey, some things that I never would have expected to go down, some paths and some people I've come across and things, but it's all been, you know, I believe for the best. So today, you know, I'm pretty much a philanthropist, a serial entrepreneur and investor. I own five main brands now. 4 of them are companies. The 5th one I just started is actually a foundation that we're not sure about if we're going to make it a 501c3. We're still working out the paperwork. But the intention of it is essentially to bring people closer to Jesus Christ through service. That's what it's all about for me. It's all about servant leadership is the way to help people. To me, if you have the highest role within an organization or within anything, really, your goal is to serve everyone below you, not the other way around. So that's kind of like the intention that I've installed in every single one of my companies, and we're just really here to move humanity forward.
Well, you know what, Gabriel, I got to be honest with you. Whatever your beliefs are, maybe this was a perfect placement. Project Die Hard is scripture led,
Amazing.
Brian Brian, why don't you please tell us the story on why you believe that the scripture is why it's so strong in your beliefs?
Well, because God saved my life. It's just that simple. I did 26 years, multiple combat tours. I self-medicated with alcohol until the point where I was going to end it. I was going to become that statistic. And then God saved my life. We are based on Romans 15:13, hope. That's our mission, is to give hope to my brothers and sisters. See, Zach, this is God working again, okay? Because, I said it before, and I'll tell people, last year we turned down $2 million because they wanted us to remove God from this mission. And that will not happen. So don't ask.
Yeah. Brian, and let me ask you this, Gabriel. Did you ever experience anything like that? Has anybody come to you and when during the construction of this, did they ever come to you and say, God, kind of a touchy subject? Have you ran into that yet?
Yeah, but I just ignore them. I'm not one of the things I've learned is I'm not for everybody. If you want to make everyone happy, sell ice cream, don't be a leader. So I'm just looking for the people that, that I resonate with, that the people that, it's what I like the way that I approach it, like the mentality or the framework, something I can compare it to. I call it the gold miner approach. If you think about, the California gold rush, when people were going out, they had to, dig through a lot of rocks before they were able to find the gold. And I see kind of sales, I see life in the same way, right? Sometimes you have to dig through a lot of rocks before you're able to find that gold, those people that really resonate with you. And there's a lot of rocks out there, so you have a lot of work to do. But if you stay consistent, you'll find those gold, and the gold is worth it, even just one piece.
You have a very, very special talent. And I say this is a very special talent because you're looking at a guy right now who I can listen to a book every day, but you read a book a day.
Yeah.
How, and you're obviously one of the busiest people I know. You share more information and you do more to help people than a lot of people I know. But how do you find time, and what is your why for wanting to read as much as you do?
Great questions. To answer your first question related to time, I make it a priority, right? To me, I try. All right, so my framework is make every single second count. A few months ago, I lost a friend from 1 second to the next. He was gone. COVID claimed his. Nobody was expecting it, and within seconds, he was gone. My life, I always used to say make every minute count, right? But then I realized I wasn't thinking big enough, so I have to make every single second of my life count. I believe obviously in a creator, and for me, I don't want to get to that point where I'm at the end of my life. I'm standing before my creator, and he's asking me, what did you do with what I gave you? I don't want my response to be, you gave me this and this, but I was scared about other people's opinion, or I was procrastinating, or I was too busy looking, on social media or whatever. So I want my answer to be, look, I'm not a perfect person, but I gave it everything I had. I left everything I had on the table. So that's why I'm just every single day I wake up with that intention of just making every single second of my life count, and I go to bed exhausted because I literally give everything I have, and then I wake up and I do it all over again. So with respect to time management, it's just about really knowing what my priorities are. To me, the first thing is first, and that's God. So first thing every morning, I have a morning prayer group that I meet with, and we just pray. The thing after that is my family. So I have to make sure that I'm spending quality time with my family, with people I love, because I never get that time back. I don't know about your audience, but if you have your parents in your life, spend time with them. Take them out to lunch, treat them every now and then, be with them, spend time with them. Like that's our parents. That's what the thing that they want. They want us to be happy. They want us to be successful, and they just want to spend quality time with us. So if you, by doing that, is better than any reward. So I just, and then after that, it's my purpose. My purpose is up there as well, but it's, that's what I do. I try to prioritize it. I look at, I don't watch television. I haven't sat down to watch TV in, I think, like 3 to 5 years or something. I haven't seen a basketball game since Derrick Rose was like before he got injured, like the second time or whatever, I haven't seen sports because to me, it's not a priority. My mission is a priority. Helping people is a priority. Growing my business is a priority. Spending time with my family is a priority. So that's kind of how I balance it, right? Obviously, there's little hacks and things that you can learn, like batching and things like that. But essentially, I think the big thing is just making sure that I'm focused on the priorities and putting things in their place. And the reason, to answer your second question, that I'm so motivated to read a book is. My mentor once gave me his piece of advice. He said, the speed that you're able to learn in life is the speed that you're able to get what you want out of life. And I have an incredible ambition, as you can probably tell. I'm incredibly passionate about what I do. I wake up every morning, grateful. I wake up, I'm one of those people that's blessed to do what I love every single day. So, I have these ambitions, and to me, I want to get every extra % that I can to achieve success. And to me, books has that information. It has that knowledge. And for me, when I was in a situation where I was broke, I was lonely, and I really had no plan of where I was going to go, books is what really pulled me out of that situation, because it's what helped me. God was also a part of that. He led me to the books, but it was the information. And then that was what really brought me out of that. And, I never forget where I come from. I maintain this day one mindset. Every single day, you have to deserve your success like it's day one. Never get cocky, never get fancy. You always got to earn it every single day.
You have a really interesting story about you were working for another organization, and this was a story that you shared with us the other day. And you were reading at work, and they came up to you, and they made to me something that is really a silly comment. Can you just kind of briefly give us the rundown of that story?
Yeah. So I used to be an employee at one of the top rated companies at the time. It was literally rated #1 company to work for in the US several years in a row. And I ended up working for that corporation. And personally, I've always been a very diligent individual. I don't like to procrastinate. I'm pretty, I get things done. And as an employee, I wasn't any different. So I always made sure I got my work done, and oftentimes I would finish early. So when I finished my work early and there was nothing else to do, what else am I going to do? I hated wasting time. I to this day, I hate wasting time. Like, that is one of my biggest pet peeves. So back then I used to work at a hospital, which was, it was a hospital, the corporation that was the top rated at the time. And I did that because obviously my major was pre-med, and I was like hanging out with doctors. I was getting my foot in the door. And so what I did was, on my free time, I would watch like videos on surgery and stuff. I know it's kind of weird, but that's what I wanted to do, right? I wanted to be like, get into surgery. And then I would also read books. And there was this one time where my manager at the time, he ended up, walking in, I guess, to where I was working, and he saw that I was reading, and he asked me, he's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" Because I didn't understand the question. To me, it was like so obvious, I'm reading a book. Like, what are you talking about? And then he's like, why are you reading? And I said, he's like, "Did you finish your work?" And I said, "Yeah, I did everything." And then he's like, "There's nothing else to do?" And I'm like, "Not really." And he's like, and then him and I went back and forth, a few times. And then it got to a point where I answered all of his questions, but it got to a point where it didn't matter what I said, he wasn't going to be happy. So he just told me, he's like, "Look, I don't want you reading here." And I said, "Why?" And he said, "Because it's a bad image for the company." I said, "It's a bad image for the company for people to be reading books." And he didn't have an answer. He's like, "Look, I just won't want you reading books." So, fast forward to today, I'm a philanthropist, serial entrepreneur, investor. I'm the CEO of multiple companies. I read more books today than I've ever read before in my life. So it's like, it doesn't make any sense that, back then when I was making less money, when I had a lower position, when I had less ambition, that you would tell me to read less books. And I would have, in fact, encouraged people to do the opposite, read more books, because it has the information you're looking for.
As I mentioned before, I think it's kind of funny because I don't do a lot of reading. I listen to more books than anybody I've ever met in my life. I listen to a book every day. It's kind of the way that I can keep my monkey brain working. But I found some very valuable stuff when I'm listening to those books. You started the networking, I believe, off the second book by the gentleman who wrote Rich Dad Poor Dad, right? Didn't that have something to do with what you're doing now?
Not really. I mean, the book was influential in my perspective, but it wasn't necessarily the main influence for starting the company. The influence for starting the networking company specifically was that statistic I read when I was in the library, that 80% of businesses fail within 5 years. So this company is just a vehicle that's allowing me to flip that statistic.
Okay. Yeah. There's so many things out there that, there are plenty of people. And one of the things that you and I have in common is we love hearing the stories. We love hearing people's stories because, Brian's story is going to be a little bit different than everybody else's. Does that make it, what does that make that? Well, it makes it something important because he's been through other things that you can possibly run into. So let's talk to Brian about what happened, what happened with him and how he was able to take and build a bridge over something. Then we can talk to Gabriel and we can learn how to take and create another bridge. And then we can just create a field, a beautiful grassy field out of something at one point in time was full of landmines. And I think it's really a great way that if we put together all these stories, if we all communicate and talk to each other about each other, the other thing we're going to do is catch the attention of somebody else who's just happening to overhear this. There's never going to be enough people who are going to know about LARPus. Let's be honest with that. There's never going to be enough people who can know about that. And there's never going to be enough people who can know about Project Die Hard. We're going to try. We're going to do everything we can do. I love Brian's new message. It's put your money where my mouth is, because we're out here talking about this. I think the only person who comes close to talking about Project Die Hard as much as Brian does is me. And I don't even come near as close as he does. So, but I try. So, I really do. I think telling each other stories are just as important as can be, because we can tell people what we've went through and how they can avoid that. So, what is one thing that you suggest? What's the one thing that you would suggest to somebody who's starting something new? What would be the one thing that you got to tell them? Stop before you do anything. Do this. What would that be?
I would tell them just go for it. A lot of people, they kind of go through iterations in their own head, and then because of that, they take a lot of time. The great execution beats ideas every single day of the week. There are a lot of people that talk about doing it. I have family members in my own family that have been talking about before I started a business that they've been wanting to start a business. And fast forward to today, I've started 5 companies. They're still employees. There's nothing wrong with being an employee. That's excuse me, that's not what I'm saying. But if you have a certain ambition, you have goals and dreams that you want to accomplish for your life, take action, execute. Because the difference between someone that is just kind of sitting on their couch thinking about it and the person that has gone out and done it is that the person that has taken action has feedback that they can, kind of use, like data points and information that they can use to improve their approach the next time around. You're never going to get it perfect. No one gets it perfect on the first try. It doesn't matter whether you're me, Jeff Bezos, or Schmeth Bezos, right? Nobody gets it right the first time. So the sooner you get out there and start testing, the sooner you get results, and the sooner you'll be able to start actually making your dream a reality.
Brian, what would your advice be to people? What would you tell them? Hey, you know what? Stop worrying about it and start doing it.
Well, I'm an action guy, because me, hey, we don't, but I'm also a planning guy.
Yeah.
Okay. You have to make a plan. You have to, especially like for starting a nonprofit, because I mentor a couple of people that are starting nonprofits. Slow down. You got to get here before you get here, because don't make the mistakes I made. Right? But plan, but also be flexible within that plan, because circumstances are going to change. Okay. Yeah. Things are going to change, but never give up your core values, what makes you. Because when you start to compromise, then you're compromised.
Yeah, when you take away you're no longer you. And one of the things that I've always talked to people about, and one of the things that I've always told people is, don't be afraid to mess up. You're going to mess up. Okay. I started this statement as a joke, but it's actually true. There were things that I was looking to purposely screw up when I started this business. There's no way they would ever work. There's no way this is going to work, but let's find out how bad it's going to fail. We're still doing some of the same things today. And it's like, I don't know how it's working. Okay. I don't know how I opened the door just using a package of pudding and a fork. But we did it, and it's kind of one of those things. So I like to make sure that we tell people, look, don't be afraid to take and step out of your comfort zone, because failure is learning. We all know the sports adage that you lose, or that you gain more from losing when it comes to education than you do from winning. Anybody can win, but it takes a real winner to lose. Because you got to be able to do it and do it with grace, and if you learn from it, it's not really a loss. So what Gabriel was the one thing that you really think was the point? What was the point in your career when you decided, I'm done doing this for others, it's time, this is it, I'm doing it now, I'm in charge?
I think really the tipping point for me was one day I was clocking into to the same corporation where I had that manager, and we used to have like these badges where we would swipe to clock in, clock out. And I remember before I was getting ready to clock in and I was ready to swipe, but before I did that, I felt this huge wave of anxiety just creep over my entire body. And it got to a point where I was like, I can't keep doing this. Like something's got to give, and it's not going to be me. So within 2 weeks, I gave into my 2 weeks and I was done.
Wow. And Brian, you've told us many times the story of when the wife of one of your brothers called you. Can you please tell that again for anybody who's not heard it?
Well, again, part of the reason Project Die Hard was formed. God saved my life, right? In prayer and asking God, okay, you saved my life. What do I do now? What do I do now? I'm a soldier. I need a mission. And when the wife of one of my dearest brothers, 3 tours together, calls and says, Doc, what do I do? What do I do? And I had to tell her, calm down, take a breath. What's up? And she goes, he's hanging in the garage. That's when I knew everything that was going through my head. Okay, God, we're doing this. Project Die Hard was born. And then to be blessed with 20 acres and a 10,000 square foot building that was donated to us. Okay, we're doing it. You know, I had people, you can't afford to do that. Yeah, you're right, but we're going to do it.
Yeah. You know, there's a difference between can't afford to do it and, you know, can't afford not to do it. And how often has it been that the can't afford not to do it outweighs the can't afford to do it part? You know, my own company, both of you guys are well aware, I've told both of you guys, I still run my company predominantly off my disability, you know, and that's something that, am I comfortable with it? No. Is it going to change? Hopefully, when we deserve it. It's kind of, that's one of the things that I see, that as soon as we actually get the message to the people that this is something special, then I know it's going to change and it's going to be something special. What, Gabriel, what was the one thing that when you made the change, you felt that this is it, we're on our way?
That we're gonna make it?
Yeah.
You know, since day one, I knew I was gonna make it. Since day one, you know, I'm the kind of guy that I go all in. You know, if I don't go all in, I won't do it at all. So since day one, I knew I was gonna make it. Like, there's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah. And this is the second this is the second Hope Stock that you got going on, Brian. How much have you learned in that 1 year, you know, about putting this stuff together, and what are some of the things that you were like going, wow, I would have never done this if we wouldn't have done it again?
Oh, there's a myriad of things that we learned from last year. There's some things that we're doing that, well, there's things we're not doing what we did last year, because you know what? Okay, you know, that didn't work. But yeah, there's new things that we're doing up. Like last year, we charged vendors to come. We had very low turnout. So now it's a free setup, but of course, 15% of your sales comes back to the mission at the end of the weekend.
Yep.
You know, the standard average, everybody goes, they want 30 or 40%. We're only asking for 15. So see, come sell your stuff. You know, we're asking for your money, but you know, we have a return on investment. We help those who help us.
You know, and you're also giving them the opportunity to come and bring their goods, bring their services where the people are, you know, which is something very, very advantageous to a lot of people, because, you know, if a business sits around and waits for business to happen,
yeah,
you're going to miss out on a lot of things. So, and Gabriel, why don't you tell us a little bit more about your networking and how people can get a hold of you?
Sure, thank you. So we have multiple networking events that are happening every single week that are free. There always will be free to the public. It's one of the ways that we bring value. We're working on bringing out more events to the local community. It's actually we're pretty much global at this point, but we're focusing mainly on the U.S. We're based out of Florida. I'm specifically based out of Miami, Florida, but we've taken over. We have a strong presence all over Florida, and we're expanding across the U.S. So we recently, actually, tomorrow, we're launching our very first East Pennsylvania speed networking. So we're moving to a new state. We had plans to go to Texas, but that didn't manifest itself, which is fine. But, you know, things happen. So we have essentially, you know, networking events every single week happening. We have all over Florida. We have the Global Disability Network for people that are disabled. What we want to do is we want to provide equal access to disabled people to networking events. We have corporate networking, small and medium-sized businesses. We have Clubhouse, and we're expanding to different networking events. But the main place that you could get access to those events, if you would like to register, is by visiting events.forwardbusinesscoalition.com. And that'll take you to our monthly event calendar where we have all the events and you can register. If you would like to get in touch with me, probably the best way to email me directly. Excuse me. My email is gabriel@gabrielmedina.co. So my first name, Gabriel, the @ Gabriel Medina. So my first and last name, period, CO. Is my email. I read every single one of my emails. I have a podcast that I do every single morning, so I get a lot of feedback from people. Again, I read every single email. Your feedback is incredibly important to me. So definitely, if you want to get in touch, just reach out to me, and I'll get back to you.
Yeah, and once again, Gabriel is very, very active on LinkedIn, so reach out to him there as well. It's always a great place to find anything. So hey, everybody, we're looking for people on this show. We are really focusing on sponsoring. Let's do this one more time, Brian. Let's ask you to go ahead and go through the sponsorship packages again one more time, and let's try to get the people involved in what you're doing.
All right, let me pull it up.
Okay.
And share this.
I know I could have given you a little bit of a.
It's okay. It's okay.
Giving you a little bit of advance notice. Hey, Brian, I'm going to put you on the spot again.
Hey, brother, this is how it works, right?
Yeah.
You can plan for everything, but the mission will change on you. Okay, bronze, 100 to 499. Your logo will appear on the patron board. It'll be right there by the stage. Silver, 500 to 999. You get the bronze package, and you get mentioned during the announcements during Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Gold, 1,000. You get bronze, silver. You get a 30-second commercial that will air on the pACT channel to the end of October, or to the end of August. See, you messed me up.
Yeah, I did it to you.
Okay. Platinum is 2,000. You get bronze, silver, gold. Plus, your logo goes on the event T-shirt. You get a 60-second commercial that will run on the pACT channel to the end of August. And remember, Friday, July 29th, we will be live streaming to approximately 2 to 3 million people worldwide. So your 1-minute commercial will be streamed during that broadcast.
Folks, you don't reach that many eyes on a day-to-day basis. So, $2,000 can really do your business. Your family can do a lot of good, so make sure that you reach out to Brian. Once again, that you can contact him at contact at projectdiehard.org. But please make sure that you check out both of these gentlemen. Both of these gentlemen do a lot to try to help other people. They do it in a little different way, obviously, but you know what? They both do it with the same mission in mind, and that's helping others to improve the life that they have. Gentlemen, thank you very much for dealing with my head issues this morning. I greatly appreciate it. And sorry about the bouncing around and everything that we had to do, but you guys did a wonderful job, and I appreciate it. Brian, one more time, the dates are?
July 29th, 30th, and 31st at Forward Operating Base Rush, located in Makanda, Illinois.
That's great. And you've got 2 returning country stars that are going to be playing?
No, we got 1 returning country star, Chris Turner. U.S. Marine Corps veteran, very good supporter of Project Die Hard. We have Jennifer Mew. She was been on The Voice a couple times. She's coming. She's new this year. But we have Chris Tice coming down. He's returning for our Friday night Message of Hope. And we're adding Jason Dunn for Friday night. Again, if you want some stage time, again, contact at projectdiehard.org. We still got some stage time.
This is a great place to get you in front of where the people are. So make sure that you really take and reach out. Once again, thank you very much, Brian, brother. You know that we're going to keep doing this until we get you done, until we get this mission done, because one of the things that we talk about quite frequently on the BCP is it's not about us, it's about the mission. We will follow the mission until it's completed, and that's no more so as our heroes. So, but thank you very much, and we're going to keep contacting, or we're going to keep connecting with you until Hope Stock is completed, and then we're going to contact you more after that to make sure that we continue this mission. So thank you.
Well, thank you, brother.
Gabriel, what do you guys have coming up?
Oh man, we have tons of events happening every single week. So again, the best thing would probably be to visit the link I mentioned earlier, the events.forwardbusinesscoalition.com. I pretty much promote all of the events that I have to the public on there. So that's probably the best way to check out our events.
All right. Well, that's great. And let me tell you something. Go on there, check them out. Like I said, they're a lot of great people. They're in the middle of getting this built up to be something spectacular. And you know, Gabriel, you run a little bit different. Why don't you go on ahead and just give us a little rundown of how your networks go, because it is a little bit different than a lot of other groups.
Yeah. I would say, you know, I think the main difference is we're just focused on the audience. I think that's our main concern, right? It's how can we bring value to the people that are on this call? People, you know, sales professionals, whatever your role is, if you work for a company, you know, it's easy to lose track of time. Like there's times where I'm just like, it's 7 p.m. at night and I'm eating my lunch at my desk, right? My lunch. So, but you know, that obviously doesn't happen now. I'm better with it because I'm working on this work-life balance. You know, in fact, I'm actually taking this call from home right now because I have that work-life balance. I try to finish my work days now at 4 p.m., which is incredible to me. Before that was like not a possibility for me, but now it is. It's a reality. So, for our events, you know, we really just try to make it all about the member because we know that they have a million things going on. There could be a million things that they could be doing outside of these events. So we just want to make it worth their time, right? Like their time, their energy, their investment. So what we do is we just, again, we just make it about them. We figure out, we allow them the opportunity to introduce themselves as soon as they get in the room so that other people know what they're all about, what they're looking for, what an ideal client or referral is, their services, their company, what they represent. We also offer them the opportunity to go back and forth with any networking events or events in general that are working for them. Because a lot of these people, the way that they get awareness for their company or for their brand is through promoting events. So we allow them the opportunity to do that. We provide a lot of like fun training, a lot of cutting edge training that I've learned, you know, from my own experience, sometimes from books, from mentors, my experience, different places. And we just provide that to them so that they can, you know, become a more effective individual, more productive in their roles. And we just, a lot of stuff. We also allow them, we give them access to a networking referral system, which is a pretty cool tool that my company has developed. And what it is, it's a database that it takes, you know, you just fill out an application one time, you get into our database, and our database will match you with people that are looking just for what you're looking for. It's a free service. We don't charge for it. It's just one of the ways, again, that we bring value and help people to generate referrals on a monthly basis consistently. So a lot of exciting stuff. I mean, there's definitely more, but those are some of the main criteria.
That sounds fantastic. And let me tell you, I appreciate you letting me jog along for the ride. It's been a lot of fun, and I hope that we're able to work together and do some more things together. Gentlemen, once again, thank you guys very much. Brian with Project iHeart and Gabriel Medina Larkus has been joining me for the last 50 minutes or so. Right after this commercial, we're going to be introducing you to the stand-up centers. It's something that we're working hard on here at Community Pay It Forward, Community Dare to Care. We're going to introduce you to what they're going to be and how you can get involved. So right after these couple little words from our partners, we'll talk a little bit more about that. So thank you very much. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Zach.
Once again, want to thank Gabriel and Brian Gibson for sitting in with me for that for that show. We really had a great time, and we let everybody know a little bit more about what they're doing, because doing work that is just So important that is really helping other people out. So, but we want to also play another video is what the plan was, but it looks like I am not finding it. So, best laid plans, whatever it is. Sometimes it just doesn't work. So I'm going to continue to work on this a little bit. Let me go ahead and bring up to you right now. I'd like to bring up the plans for the stand down or the stand up centers. I don't know how many of you guys are folks out there are familiar with what a community stand down is when it comes to veteran services. What a stand down is that they come in, they help people with, getting them some food, getting them some fresh clothing for those who are either shut in or homeless. Try to make sure that they have some decent shoes in the summer, or in the winter time, maybe lighter clothing in the summertime. Try to help them out and try to help them stay healthier. They also give them screenings, health screenings, dental screenings, other things, offer them haircuts, tell them, hey, look, here's a list of jobs that we have that are available to you. Community Pay It Forward wants to take this, and generally these are offered once or twice a year in your community. Again, we've said it many times before, we're going to say it again. These are our heroes. This is something that should be happening way more frequent than that. Community Dare to Care is working right now on opening the stand-up centers. Stand-up centers are going to offer programs that we already offer: free clothing, free housewares, free furniture. If it's donated to us, if it's life critical need, it's free to you. And we always do this. It's something extremely important to us. Then we're going to be adding a couple extra things in there. We're wanting to add in some computer work, resume training. We want to make sure that we even have 6-hour computer set aside for maybe trying to help with employment. Also want to have a place where people can take and repair bicycles, air mattresses, with donated patches and donated parts for bicycles and stuff like this. We're looking for a place to where people can go. We're going to set it up, and without questions, without obligations to anybody, they can come to us. They can say, hey, we need some help. We can try to help them out. Places in there where people can take and tell us, hey, we're looking for employees right now, so we can help them try to find jobs. We'll have people in there who want to volunteer their services, maybe give haircuts, maybe give some dental checks, whatever it is. But we're going to try to find a way. The community stand-up centers are going to be here to provide help, and that's what it is. Once again, if I've said it once, I've said it way too many times for most people to hear. But that's really what this is all about. We just want to be a place for others to go. You can support us by doing this, by going to the donation tab, and your donation tab is going to go towards the very first part of this. We can do nothing, absolutely nothing, until we get the first $5,000. And that's because we need to obtain our 501c3. We need to get our licensing. We need to get a lot of stuff done. You can help us with this. But to help us with this, we need your support. There's a couple ways that you can do this. One is by going right here to our Indiegogo section. We put together a little video for you to watch there and more. So please visit us there at our Indiegogo space, if you would like. Or, of course, we've also got it to where you can donate straight to us simply by going to our jot form. And when you use this jot form, all you have to do is fill it out and send it back to us. And every time that you make a donation to us, we're going to make sure to thank you for it. There's different programs in there that different awards that you can get. We do want to kind of shift gears again because of my inability to find this wonderful uh, this wonderful interview that Sarah did for us, and I couldn't pull it off the thing that she asked me to pull it off of. So, dingus me, I guess, is wait a minute, wait a minute. Can I have maybe have found it? Well, I can have maybe have found it. Did I find it? Well, I don't really know. Interview with Alex, download. I'll see. Download is. I don't understand what I'm doing here, so please, please forgive me real quick for the for my lack of knowledge here. But anyway, okay. Well, we're not going to be able to run it tonight. What we're going to do is we're going to run it again at a special time tomorrow. We'll let you know when that's going to be, but we will run this interview tomorrow. We're coming to the end of the show. We're going to be taking you MKE Now, live in Wisconsin. At the bottom of the hour, Sue Roscoff and Kurt Ross, a wonderful job talking about the inclusion of people with disabilities in MKE Now. So it's a wonderful, wonderful thing that they're doing. We're going to be working more with Ability USA network, and we're going to be trying to cross promote and get some great stuff done. And we would also like to invite you. Do you have an idea? Would you like to run a show? Why not give it a, what's it going to hurt? Seriously. I do it. And I'm not sure if I should be able to, legally work a toothbrush sometimes. I mean, let's be honest, I'm dangerous with things. So I have been telling people for years that if I can't make a go out of community pay it forward and the work that we're doing community pay it forward, I'm going to create a clothing line out of bubble wrap. Why? Just because I'm clumsy and I need that stuff. Once again, we do need to bring up that this is a support show, and we're asking for your support. We need some sponsors. Martyred Angels, you can give them a call at 303-442-5003. Once again, that's 303-442-5003. This event is going to be happening in the Boulder area, Boulder, Colorado. If you're around there, Boulder's a beautiful, beautiful area. People, they're a little nutty, but Boulder's a good area. It's a beautiful area. So make sure that you try to get with them one more time, 303-442-5003. We're also proud to be part of and helping Brian, as you had just seen, beef stock. 22 veterans are, the former number was 22 veterans are dying a day. Folks, we're going to lose close to 15,000 by the end of the year. This is something that needs to stop. And just a little bit of something that you really need to know. If the conflict continues and it escalates in Russia, times like that turn those numbers up a notch. We can't have that. All right. Let's make sure when they come home what they are, heroes. Let's get them home. Let's get them taken care of. Let's take care of them and their families. Support Hope Stock. All you got to do is go to contact. Oh, I thought I had it here. Contact at projectdiehard.org. And last, but certainly none the less important, 5K run is this Sunday in Fort Collins, right here in northern Colorado. If you're anywhere in this beautiful state of ours, welcome to our beautiful state. Isn't it cool? Actually, it's not cool at all right now. It's pretty darn hot. Well, we'd like to ask you to come out. It's going to be at Spring Canyon Park on Overland Trail in Fort Collins. It's a 5K run, pet friendly, kid friendly, family friendly, walking guy friendly. So come on out, have some fun. It's $40 for adults, $25 for kids 16 and under. And your best furry little friend, they get to run for free. Come out. You can spend some time with us at our booth, talk to us a little bit, find out a little bit more. And this is a cool thing. This is the best thing about, well, other than helping out veterans, which is the actual best thing. But the other best thing is you get to hear my brother, Theron Roberson, play. As you guys know, a great friend of mine, one of my very best friends. He does the opening and the closing of our show. He's a very, very important person personally, and we just love being associated with everything that he's got going. So we want to thank you guys for joining us tonight. We're actually going to be on time a little bit for MKE now, so we're going to kind of try to sneak in there and not scare them, because they're not used to seeing me show up on time. So that's going to be a little bit different for them. So, but instead of just walking over there right now, we do want to tell you one more time about a program that we've got going on with Hope Wines. We actually have a little bit of time, and I want to talk about something a little bit personal, and something that has happened to my family. We've taken on a responsibility. Many of you have heard me talking about my fiance and I are getting into fostering children, and we have our first placement. And I'm going to tell you something. He's a wonderful, wonderful young man. He's a 17-year-old young man who has who deals with some autism issues, but that makes him nothing different except for very special. I'm gonna be honest with you. This kid, I love baseball. I love baseball. I sit down with this kid. I don't know a damn thing about baseball, but this kid does. He can tell you who they've played for, how many years they've been in the league, and he's such a young man. But I'm going to tell you something. He loves it. He loves the game. He loves watching it. And even though there's been some issues in his past, he's been doing some wonderful stuff here. And Adrian's working with him really hard on learning some stuff that he never had the chance to learn, or he never learned. We don't know the complete and total situation. We just know that he was in a difficult situation for everybody involved. And we were asked by a great friend of the family, wonderful friend of the family, if we could help them out. They know that we were going through this training, and we stepped up and we said, yeah, we're in, we're ready, we're ready. Of course, thinking to ourselves this whole time, wait, are we ready? Well, you know what? We found out that this is a blessing, and this young man is something that um, you know, don't know how long we're going to have him, uh, but I know that we're going to keep him forever. You know, he's going to be he's going to be in our hearts forever, and we're just beginning our journey with fostering children. But I'm going to tell you something: if they all have a fraction of the effect that this young man has had on me, this is going to be something that I'm going to cherish my entire life, because he's an amazing young man, and he's doing a lot for myself and my family, due to legalities and all that other stuff, we're not, as much as he would like to come on and talk, we're not able to do that. But just know that if you've ever thought about supporting children, you know, it's not about taking children away from parents. It's not about that. It's about helping them get healthy. Is fostering easy? No, there's a lot of things that we're going to have to go through, and we know that there's bad stuff coming. We know that there's difficult stuff coming. But I've said this before to so many times to you guys. Look, I love my boys. Yours, probably not so much. It's always been the way I am. But the truth is, every kid deserves a chance. And if we can come together, we can give these kids that chance. So we're very, very, very blessed to have this young man with us for as long as we've got him here. And we'd like to encourage you guys to check with your local state, check with your local county, and talk to them about, hey, you know what? Let's check out this fostering thing. Check it out. Maybe it's for you, maybe it's not for you. But you know, it was, as a couple empty nesters, this was one of the best things that we could have ever done. And you know, our my two sons are extremely supportive of what we're doing. Justice and Free are both excited that we get to do this. And Adrian's three children are all fantastically supportive of what we're doing. Even the grandkids love it a little bit. So, but we just would like to ask you, if you've never checked it out, maybe you should check it out. Give it a shot. Hey, everybody, my name is Zach Clayton. I'm president and founder of Community Pay It Forward. This has been another episode of the pACT show. And this one was actually over pACT show because I couldn't, well, one, find the video correctly, and two, I just couldn't find the video. We actually would have ran over if we would have had the video, and I feel terrible for that. But we're going to do this. We're going to say at 8 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow morning, we're going to run this show with Sarah. This interview with Sarah, because it is a very important program. It's a brand new program out there, and we think that all of you gamers are going to love this. So, and then we're also going to play the video again next week right here on pACT. I'm going to make sure I play it next week on pACT. So please remember, love somebody out there, because somebody out here loves you. Nobody needs to go it alone. All come together. Please remember, there's only one race in this world, in the human race. Cold, hunger, violence kills all of us. It'll kill all of us. Let's come together. Let's remember we're all here doing the same thing. Let's push the same way. Let's make this easier for us. You can support some of our programs, like one of our great friends that joined us tonight, Dr. Boston. You can join and you can support them by simply, and I forgot to do this, I had it all planned out too. I knew what I was doing until I didn't know what I was doing anymore. You can simply scan this little QR code right here, and you will have everybody at your fingertips who's asked us for help. You scan this, and then you go on, and it'll take you to where you can find any of our partners. You shop with those partners, You pick who you want to support. Simply by picking who you want to support and taking a picture of your receipt, you're going to donate to them. Like the Maria Boston Foundation, which is helping education. Does not mean college. It just helps them further their education. My name is Zach Clayton, Community Pay It Forward. I thank you very much. Have a great day. We'll see you next week right here on pACT.
Stepping out of her fear, bring me home. Out alone, show me the way. You wanna be a part of Sunset Boulevard.